Let's proceed. So straight, we shall be sharing our screen. Let's share the entire screen. First of all, we shall be looking at as at last week, we look at GBP USD. Let's look at GBP JPY. Then let's start with gold. Let's look at gold. Let us look at gold. Let us look at gold and let us remove all this. Oh. A quick one. Now looking at the gold, because I actually do not want us to spend much time here. Actually looking at gold, you can see it on the 4-hour time frame. This is the movement of gold on the 4-hour time frame. And what you can clearly see is that gold has been about this support zone. I think we talked about it last week. I'm not sure. Talked about it last week. Support zone. And again, gold has been about this resistance and support zone. These two. And what has been happening, we see that after gold hit this resistance, there was a market structure shift here. This is called a change of character. After which, there was another break of structure here. This is the 4-hour time frame. Another break of structure here. To the downside. And suddenly, there was a change in direction to the upward side. We have another change of character to the upward side. And this is the other block. For some time now, we'll be trading with other block. This is another block. That is one area of interest we shall be looking at. That is an order block. And we can also see at this area of confluence on the 4-hour time frame, we also have a mitigation block here overlapping with the order block. So we have two areas of confluence here, a mitigation block and an order block. That's a mitigation block and an order block. That's a mitigation block and an order block. Okay. Now, Going to the 1 hour time, going to the 2 hours time frame, what do we have? Going to the 2 hours time frame, we can see clearly in the 2 hours time frame, we can see that there is a huge fair value gap here. We can see that there is a huge fair value gap, and we are just waiting for price to tap into this place. We are just waiting for price to tap. We are just waiting for price to tap into this section. We are waiting for price to tap into that section. We are just waiting for price to tap into this place. So this on the, let's move this out on the 2 hour time. On the 2 hour time frame, this is our mitigation block, okay, and this is our order block. Okay, for those who like trading with mitigation block, once it enter this region, you can take your trade. You can take your trade. Now going to the 1 hour time frame, but before we leave, you can notice that when the market went up at this particular point in time, there was a change of character, which is causing the movement that the market is coming to sweep this liquidity here. And we can notice that once this liquidity is swept, once that is swept off, price will come and tap into our point of interest, either this mitigation block or our order block. But let's see what 1 hour time frame is saying here. So we have 2 points of interest there on gold. We have 2 points of interest block and mitigation block. And remember, fair value gap. Please do not forget that. So what are we expecting at this point? Since there's a change of character, see for gold that price has actually come to this point. Price has actually come to this point. For a break of structure. Meaning, if price have come for a break of structure, what does it mean? What that means for us is that after this break of structure, if I let us put it here, all of them is the same. After this break of structure, what did price do? Price came up and did what? Let's see the section that price came to. Is there any valid order block here? Let's see. This is where we have a good fair value gap, and price has come to retest it, and it came down. So when price came here again, price actually came to test this supply zone, and it has done that. So it means at this point now, what we are just waiting for is for price to sweep this liquidity. We are waiting for price to sweep this liquidity. Tap into this mitigation block. But let's see what you have in 1 hour's time frame. Let's go straight to the point. Then what we are going to do at this point is just wait for price to tap into our point of interest. I love trading from the other block. Then we just need to wait for price to tap into our order block. Then we will take our trade. Let's just wait for price to tap into our order block. Let's wait for price to sweep this liquidity. Once price sweeps liquidity out, once price sweeps this liquidity out, once there is a sweep of liquidity here, price taps in this other block, then we should actually prepare to buy. So gold is not far from being activated on the 15 minutes time frame. So what we need to do is just to relax. Just relax, bring your position to your long position to, put it here. We'll just wait for price to come here. We'll take profit. Take profit of this buy side liquidity. Okay. Take some profit here for now. And our stop loss will be here. So, all right, guys, this is what we have for gold for now. And I will also be joining the trade. This is what we have for gold. We expect gold to sweep into this. So that's actually what we want to do with gold. That's actually what you want to do with gold. For if you're an aggressive trader, you can enter at this coordinate. Entry point is 3300. Stop loss 3283.393. And target profit 3359.060. So that's it. That's for gold. That's what we're expecting for gold. Let's check our GBP USD. GBP USD, just as we predicted last week, is still dropping. If you can check it, this was our coordinate last week. This was our coordinate last week, and it is still dropping. It is still dropping. We shared this setup last week for GBP USD and for GBP USD, and it's still dropping. And as you can, it is still dropping. You can see from here, it didn't go to our stop loss. So I wouldn't want to really, for those, what do we do for those that wants to join the trade? Let's see. This GBP USD, our setup is valid. It took time for the market to respect our position last week, but it eventually did, and the market has been dropping. Our market has been dropping. So for those who want to take advantage of this trade, that are saying, how can I join this particular trade? Let's see what we are going to do. Let's see if there is an opportunity. Okay. I think you can just join. Yeah. For those in GBP USD, you can join, you can add more position, and once we get here, you can join now for GBP USD. For GBP USD, you can join. And this is a live trading session. 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 You can join now. You can join now. You can join now, and then just take your profits at this section. But for those of you that have joined since last week, please, it is time to book profit. It is time to set your trade and break even. Let's set your trade and break even. Like I said, I wouldn't want us to be wasting too much of time. Let's look at our GBP JPY. Our GBP JPY. What do we have? GBP JPY. GBP JPY. GBP JPY. GBP JPY. GBP JPY. Let's see what we have. Remember, for GBP USD, instant sell, press your sell, use the right lot size. For gold, we've analyzed that this is where gold is. Once gold comes here to buy, GBP, our setup we made since last week, it was respected, and the market has been going down. You can join the trade now for GBP USD, but remember to take your profit at one point. Remember to take your profit at this point. at 1.33994. So let's look at what GBP JPY is saying, and then we call it, we look at one other synthetic pair, we call it a day. This is the day time frame for GBP JPY, and there is any question, please you can drop, you can drop your question. For those of us in the daily time frame, I hope we are hearing me. I hope we are hearing me. I hope we are hearing me. I hope you are hearing me. For those in the daily time frame, wow, GBP JPY has been going up. GBP JPY has been going up. Let's check it out. Let's see what the market has for us. GBP JPY. This is the break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Another break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Another break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. You can see that from this break of structure, this is the other block we are going to consider, because it is actually in market is actually in a good uptrend. This is the other block we are going to consider. That is the other block we are going to consider. And you can see that market has not totally covered the whole fair value gap. And on the daytime frame, you can notice that this is the liquidity sweep we shall be waiting for on the 4-hour time frame. I mean, this is liquidity sweep we shall actually be waiting for. So we expect market to sweep this liquidity down. But let's see if there's some that's on the daytime frame. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. That might be too far for us. In the 4-hour time frame, we can see clearly that market has been respecting this resistance. Market has been respecting this resistance for some period of time. It has been respecting this resistance level for some period of time. You can see it as respecting this resistance level for some period of time. And market has been going up, going up, going up. And we have been seeing that it has been resisting, it has been respecting our resistance, and we have been seeing so many weak rejection. Perhaps it is time for the market to come down, and we are not sure, but let's look closely. A closer look will show to us on the 4-hour time frame. This is another break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. This is a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. And if that is a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that market might probably come to this other block. It might, but if we are to, why are we considering this other block for now? Because we can see a fair value gap here, and we can also see another form of liquidity sweep that the market will take. This is the 4-hour time frame. Another liquidity sweep the market will take to tap into this other block. So for the 4-hour time frame, we are still looking at this structure. We are looking at this in the interim, and we can also see that on the 4-hour time frame, we have a rejection block here. We have a rejection block here. So it means there are several points of interest that the market might tap into. To select which one, let us check our Fibonacci. What is our Fibonacci 2? From this point here to this point, the discount zone. So let's look at this. Let's look at this zone, this region. Let's look at this region where we have a rejection block and we have another block. Yeah. So having said that and done, these points of interest might be liquidity for markets to tap into our zone. But let's still leave it. Let's zoom further. Let's go to 2 hours time frame and see what market has for us. 2 hours time frame. This is still this order block, and we said the market might use it as a liquidity. Remember, this is this order block. And ultimately, this is the rejection block we saw in 4-hour time frame, which is actually an order block here. So we have this and we have this. We have this, we have this. We have this, we have this. Let's look at 1-hour time frame. Wow, wow, wow. Good. Yeah, it's getting clearer. On the 1-hour time frame, you can see that this is an extension of our liquidity, as we have seen. So we expect that the market will come clear this section on the 1-hour time frame. That is it. And this is our order block. That is our order block. All right, going to 15 minutes. What do we expect in 15 minutes? We expect that the market will, for GBP JPY, we expect that the market will sweep this liquidity, retest, and drop. And when it drops, what are we going to do? We are going to buy up again. So the what we are looking in front of us now is we expect that at this point, the immediate thing we can do, trade I'm seeing here, the trade I'm seeing here is the market might come test this order block. Once it tests order block, we are coming for a sell. So this is a massive of opportunity. So if market should come, retest this order block, we are going to sell from here. We are going to sell from here. Come here. And once the market reaches down, once it reaches down, we will buy. We will now buy. But because that we know that the market is in an overall uptrend, many people might just decide to leave it till it gets here, and so that they will what? Buy. But we can take advantage of this. We can take advantage of this. We can take advantage of this sell. Once market has tapped into this, once market has tapped into this order block, in the 15 minutes time frame, we sell. Just make sure you break even, that's all. And once you get to this point, for conservative traders, you buy again. So this is the setup we have on GBP USD. GBP USD. Now the immediate coordinate for a sell on GBP USD is this. Let me see if I can. The immediate coordinate on GBP USD to sell is 199.540, 199.540. The stop loss is 199.740, and the target profit is 196,796 for now. Why the buy coordinate entry point is 196,770. Stop loss is 196,195, and the target profit is 199,740. If there's any pair you want us to analyze, please let me know quickly. Let me know quickly. You can take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. GBP is still dropping. You said you can take an instant sell. You can take an instant sell. This is GBP JPY. This is GBP JPY. This is what we have for GBP JPY. Because of our time, please take a screenshot, please take a screenshot, please take a screenshot. I want us to look at I want us to look at derive, our derive pair. I want us to look at this. Let's see volatility 25 index. For those of us who are trading synthetic, quickly let's look at what we have. In the daytime frame for volatility 25 index, for volatility 25 index, in the daytime frame, what do we have? We have this other block here. We can see that price nearly came to test this. Now, in fact, price came here, tested this other block, and it is on its way up. It is on its way up. It is on its way up. Price tapped into it and is on its way up. And we're okay because this is other block. Yeah, this is this other block. Because notice that now let's go to the 4 hour time frame. In the 4 hour time frame, when price tapped into it, we can see that in the 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, this will be the other block. On the 4 hour time frame, let's go back to the day time frame. I want to be careful with that. Good, perfect. On the daytime frame, it has actually not tested it. Price hasn't tested it. It hasn't actually entered this other block. Just zooming in well to see. What of the 4 hour time frame for volatility 25? For volatility 25, for volatility 25, it means you are waiting for a sweep of liquidity. We are waiting for a sweep of liquidity. One price come and sweep this liquidity. One price come and sweep that liquidity. Price hasn't done that. However, we can agree that price has actually tapped into the fair value gap. We can actually agree, but if we come down very well, the other block from the 4 hour time frame is this. Let's see. So we can see that the price actually tapped into this other block, into this fair value gap. No, let's see. Let's be sure. Screen is just too tiny. Price has not even tapped into the fair value gap. So this is a liquidity. Let us wait. So on the 4 hour time frame, we expect price to come there. Let's see 2 hours. 2 hours time frame. What does it look like? What does the 2 hours time frame look like? A 2 hour time frame. What does it look like? This is what the 2 hours time frame looks like for those trading volatility index. This is the liquidity for the 1 hour time frame. It's fine. Then let's go ultimately to the 50 minutes hour entry point. I think we better leave it like that. It has been in an uptrend, and if you are to look at 15 minutes, another alternative we can do is number one, we are waiting for, since it is actually before us that the market is changing, it has just shifted, change of character on the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, we can see that there is a change of character here. And the other block we need to look at for now is this. You express price to come, tap into this other block and go up. But if this other block fails to hold, then it means price is coming to sweep liquidity, tap in this other block and move on. So the immediate sell for now, the immediate sell for now is wait for a retracement to this other block, and we will take our profit at this buy side liquidity. This is for volatility. This is for volatility 25 for those who trade synthetic indices like me. This is what you should look at and make some profits. This is what you should look at and make some. This is what you should look at and make some profits. All right, fine. As we round up, a recap, we have seen that from trading view, gold in particular, we said gold is, we said for GBP USD, it is an instant sell. Enter, you can still enter. For GBP USD, we said it's an instant sell for GBP USD. For GBP JPY, we said we are going to wait for a retracement. We are going to wait for retracement. You want market to retrace back. Good. So for gold, we said gold, where is gold? Is gold still here? We said for GBP JPY, we want market to retrace into this other block. Once it retrace, it is an instant sell down. And we said when it gets down, we are buying up again. That's for GBP JPY. A brief recap. For GBP USD, we said we can enter this trade now. We said we can enter this trade for GBP USD. What we predicted last week happened towards the end of last week, and the market went in a direction. You see, it has been dropping and dropping, and we are still expecting markets to reach here. For those who has been holding this trade since last week, we actually expect you to book some. For those who have been trading this profit since last week, who took the trade since last week with me, we expect you to wait is loading. We expect you to have break even at this point. If possible, you exit the market, or you have taken partial profits since last. This thing happened lately, towards late last week. Okay, we expect you to have been improved. We expect you to have break even, or to have exit the market. For those that are saying, "Can I still join?" Fine, you can join. Those with real account, profile account, GBP USD is an instant sell for now, and these are the coordinates. Once it gets here, you pick your profit. For GBP JPY, I've said this, and for gold, let's see what gold, our mighty gold, is saying. What did we see about gold? 'USD. 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 'U This is our coordinates for gold. So we are waiting for gold to sweep liquidity and then we buy. For now, that is what that is for now. For now, that is what we can come up with today. And I want to say thank you guys for being with us. Please share the screen. As you see, share the screen, invite your friends next time, and then we meet next week, Tuesday. So at this point, I want to say bye for now. Thank you very much.